Hello children, welcome back. Let's continue with our lesson India Events After 1960. Now, after the death of Lal Bahadur Shastri in 1966, Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister of India. She was the third Prime Minister of the country. Some of the important events are India-Pakistan War of 1971. Now, Pakistan's oppressive policies in East Pakistan resulted in a big movement there. Now, on your screens, children, you will see two maps. The first map shows India after independence. Here we see clearly West Pakistan and East Pakistan are marked in green color. So, West Pakistan's oppressive policies in East Pakistan resulted in a movement against West Pakistan. This movement was led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and his organization called Mukti Bahini. Now, this crisis in East Pakistan affected India as well. Why did it affect India? Because if you see East Pakistan, on all the sides it is surrounded by India. So, because of the things that were happening in East Pakistan, people started fleeing, and the only place that they could go to was to India. Millions of refugees came to India from East Pakistan. It affected India's economy and security. The 1971 war between India and Pakistan led to the creation of an independent country called Bangladesh. So, if you see the second map on your screen, it shows the refugee movements. The lines that are marked in green shows refugee movements. And what is the direction that people are going? They are going outside Bangladesh and they are coming inside India. The lines which are marked in red shows Indian Army movements. So Indian Army moves from India inside East Pakistan to help or support the movement which was led by Mukti Bahini. Let's go to Pokhran nuclear test in 1974. In accordance with India's policy of using nuclear energy for peaceful purposes and for self-sufficiency, India successfully performed her first nuclear test at Pokhran on 18th May 1974. Now, Pokhran was chosen for the test as it was far away from human settlement and had no groundwater reserves which could be polluted or affected because of this nuclear test. Sikkim on 15th May 1975 was made 22nd state of India. On your screens, you will see a map of India. The red dot is Sikkim. Now, the Kingdom of Sikkim became a princely state of British India in 1890. Post-independence also, it continued its protectorate status with the Union of India after 1947. So, after independence also, Sikkim did not officially merge with India as one of its states. In 1973, there was an anti-royalist riots took place. So, even after independence, Sikkim still had a monarchy. However, in 1973, we see that there were riots against this monarchy. In 1975, the monarchy was deposed by the people. A referendum in 1975 led to Sikkim joining India as its 22nd state. National Emergency 1975 to 1977. Now, in the history of independent India, a state of emergency has been declared 3 times. The first was between 26th October 1962 to 10th January 1968, during the India-China War, when the security of India was declared as being threatened by external aggression. The second instance was between 3rd December 1971 to 21st March 1972, which was proclaimed during the Indo-Pakistan War. The third proclamation was between 25th June 1975 to 21st March 1977 under controversial circumstances of political instability under Indira Gandhi's prime ministership, when emergency was declared on the basis of internal disturbance. So, we are going to see this third national emergency, which was declared from 1975 to 1977. So, this emergency lasted for 21 months. Years before emergency was declared, there was a trend where the Indira Gandhi government tried to control the function of judiciary. There was rising political and civil unrest like the student unrest in Gujarat, which led to imposition of president rule in the state. Raj Narayan, who was defeated by Indira Gandhi in 1971 elections, lodged cases of election fraud and use of state machinery for election purposes in Allahabad High Court. Now, when the Allahabad High Court investigated and the verdict was announced, the court found Indira Gandhi guilty and declared her election null and void. The government cited threats to national security, drought, oil crisis, and the strikes and protests have paralyzed the government and hurt the economy of the country. And that is why, giving all these reasons, President Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed declared a state of internal emergency upon the Prime Minister's advice on the night of 25th June 1975. Now let's see what were the effects of national emergency. The period of national emergency lasted from 1975 to 1977, and after the emergency was revoked, general elections were conducted. Post-emergency, opposition parties came together and formed a party called Janata Party. Congress was defeated in the 1977 elections. Morarji Desai became the first non-Congress Prime Minister. But due to internal differences, the government did not last long. Charan Singh succeeded him as the next Prime Minister. But once again we see that his government was also short-lived. Important events of 1980s. Let's see the first event, the Khalistan movement. Now the Khalistan movement is a Sikh separatist movement. The aim was to create an independent homeland for Sikhs. It would consist of Punjab, India, and Punjab, Pakistan, as well as other areas of both countries where Sikhs were in majority. Now, the first explicit or clear call for Khalistan was made in 1940. In the late 1970s and 1980s, this Khalistan movement caused large-scale violence. However, we see that by 1990s, the movement failed to reach its objective due to multiple reasons, including heavy police crackdown on separatist divisions among the Sikhs and loss of support from the Sikh population. It is important to note that Pakistan had lent its support to this Khalistan movement. Next, we come to Operation Blue Star. Now, Operation Blue Star was the code name of an Indian military operation between 1st and 8th June 1984 to remove Sikh leader Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwala and his followers from the buildings of Golden Temple complex in Amritsar. Now children, we will discuss this operation in detail in the next lesson. Next we come to United Liberation Front of Assam. Now, this organization is a rebel organization operating in Assam. It seeks to establish independent state of Assam using armed struggle. The government of India banned it in 1990, citing it as a terrorist organization. Children, we will stop here with the explanation for this lesson and continue in the next video.